Hey, what's up everyone? Today we have a Honda HRC 216 on the table. It is a well-loved machine. I've actually fixed this machine once. I think I did a carburetor on it and a tune-up. And at the time I asked the owner if he wanted me to fix this, and he said that he doesn't really care. And so I didn't. He didn't want to pay for it. So he still doesn't want to pay for it. But the problem that we're having, I'm going to give you a moment and see if you can see it. I'll give you a hint. Let's say you get this out of the back of your trailer or truck. Hopefully your trailer, not your truck. That's going to be heavy to lift that in there. How do you start it? Pull cord. So we need to do a pull cord changing, and this one's a little bit different. This one has a cover on it, and sometimes if you get lucky you could just pop it off with your fingers. I'm not lucky, so I'm going to take a screwdriver, take a little clip. Once you get one out, the rest of them, just because you are able to move it, kind of slip out and take this cover off, and we'll see the actual mechanism in there. Okay, I lied. There's also a screw. Anyway, moving forward. So now we have 3 10 millimeters, and this piece is going to come right out. And at that point, we can work on just the recoil and not have to worry about the rest, because it's going to be a lot easier if we don't have to work with it on the motor. Like 1,000 times easier. I don't even know how you would work on it on the motor. Now that it's off, we see that there is a remnants of the pull cord. Almost always it breaks down towards here. It's just what happens. So at this point in time, you need to look at the pull cord. I was lucky enough to get the handle with it. So if you don't have a handle, you have to find a handle. But if you do, take the rest of the pull cord out of the handle and we'll get your handle ready. But you see the thickness of this and the type? That is, well, I would say more of an organic, more like a cottony type of line. I don't really like that. I like something that's more like a paracord almost. I'm not a real person, so I could be saying something completely stupid right now, but I would rather have something that's a little bit more synthetic, a little stronger, and less likely to break. But the key thing is, you can't get anything that's too thick. Otherwise, one, you're not going to be able to get inside of the actual hole you need to tie to kind of keep it in place. And two, if you put too much, especially with too thick of a line, it's going to get jammed up. So I'm going to get that prepared. And the line I prefer to use is this Oregon line. It's number 4. It's pretty good. It's about the same thickness. Maybe a hair thinner, which is okay. Now, unlike stuff like weed eaters or, smaller pieces, the lawnmower has a handle usually on the pull handle is usually up on the handle of the mower. This one is not. This one is actually just on top because it has a clutch. So this one, technically, you don't really have to put all that much line in there. I'm going to say about 5 feet. It's going to be good to go. So I'm going to get 5 feet cut. And when you cut it, you're going to end up with the end that looks like this. It's kind of frayed and disgusting. So what I like to do is take like a torch. I just have MAP gas handy, so don't aim towards the fuel tank, by the way. And take your fingers and just kind of make sure it's not like a big glob on the end. Now you're going to want to do that to both sides, unless you just bought a whole new fresh roll. Then the other side will probably be melted anyway. And yes, it's hot, but you're doing this fast enough you don't even feel it, trust me. So, moving along. I'm going to get the handle ready and then we'll get started. Now, if yours is on the handle of the machine, you're going to want to add like 7 feet total or 2 feet extra. Or if you're lucky enough to have both pieces of the line, just measure how much was on there. That's it. This is the handle. Now, we need to twist this. How you can tell you're twisting it the right way is if you twist it a little bit and that happens, you're good. Also, I did give away as the teeth come out. So right here, we'll use this sticker as a reference point. We're going to want to make sure this sticker passes, let's say, this piece at least 5 times. Well, let's say 5 times. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, at this point, sometimes there's holes you can shove like a screwdriver in. We're not that lucky on this one, so we're going to take our line, and I like to just make like a small little knot about a foot or so into it. Okay, maybe a couple inches into it. That way this gets hung up in the hole right there. Now you need to kind of fish that line. It's not easy. Oh, there it goes. In there. This is when having a third hand would really come in handy. Put that up so the gravity's not going to pull it down on me. And of course, needle nose are nowhere to be found. There we go. Pull this out. Now with one hand, I go under, I go around, and then, okay, under, around, and through. A lot easier. You have like a pair of pliers. Sometimes you can pry in there. Lots of different things, but we're men. Or women, doesn't matter. Okay, now, since we have that conveniently placed knot, we don't have to worry about it coming back all that quickly. But something that we can do now is we take the other end and we shove it through and we do the same knot. Under, around, through. Oops. Let's just make that a little bit of a tail. Not that much extra. There we go. Excuse me. Now, we take the knot and we undo it. It's just started raining. One of the only good thing about rain in the wintertime, when it's been raining all winter, is the people that walk around kind of stop. People who walk around tend to interrupt you while making videos. Okay, now the line is out, or the knot is out. We let go, and there we go. It retracted all the way. Now all we need to do is put this back on the machine the opposite way we took it off in the same orientation. Now that's on. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. There we go. You simply line it up, press down, give it a good smack, put the screw in that's right there, and you are pretty much done. I need to line it up a little better. The screw hole's not playing nice, but that's not the point. The point is we are now done. If your pull cord breaks, it's a real simple process. You saw it. I had a torch. You could use a lighter. I had a screwdriver and a 10 millimeter, and that's it. If I wasn't recording this, this would literally take me 4 to 5 minutes. It's real easy. So if you are a professional or if you're a personal machine, I would always keep lying around and some basic simple tools, and you can get this taken care of. Because I know the most aggravating thing is when you pull on it too hard and it rips the cord right out, and then now you can't mow, and you try to buy a new one. It's expensive. Buying a kit is like $13 for whatever reason, and it's really cheap line. That whole section of line, it's like 60 or 50 or 40, I don't know, it's a lot more than 5 feet that we used, is like $12 by itself. Keep some of that around, you're good. I'm going to go ahead and leave you at that. Follow me on Instagram at SmallEngine101. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Put a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. And I will catch you on the next video. You have a good rest of your night.